Why does time hold such significance in religious practices? From ancient rituals to modern ceremonies, the marking of time serves as a backbone for many spiritual observances. Among these, the counting of the Omer stands out as a fascinating blend of agricultural history and religious devotion. In the heart of the Jewish tradition lies the counting of the Omer, a practice deeply rooted in the biblical commandment found in Leviticus. This ancient text instructs the faithful to count 7 weeks from the second day of Passover. This period, linking Passover to the festival of Shavuot, encompasses 49 days and holds profound spiritual significance. Originally, the counting of the Omer began as an agricultural ritual. It marked the time between the barley harvest, which commenced at Passover, and the wheat harvest, culminating during Shavuot. This connection between physical sustenance and spiritual reflection underscores a key aspect of the Jewish faith, the intertwining of daily life with religious duty. The commencement of this counting on a Sunday, the day after the Sabbath following Passover, is no arbitrary choice. This timing ensures that the Omer always begins on the same day of the week, aligning the spiritual cycle with the weekly cycle observed throughout the year. This consistency underscores a harmonious balance between sacred time and agricultural cycles, a reminder of the divine order in both spiritual and mundane realms. The counting of the Omer serves not only as a link between two significant festivals, but also as a period of introspection and spiritual growth. Each day of the Omer, practitioners reflect upon different aspects of their character and spiritual life, striving for personal improvement and deeper religious connection. In sum, the counting of the Omer is a practice deeply rooted in Jewish tradition. Extending beyond merely marking the days to a harvest festival, it represents a journey of spiritual renewal and historical continuity. This practice connects all people to their ancestral roots and to a cycle of time that transcends the ages, reinforcing the timeless faith. Through the simple act of daily counting, the Omer emphasizes the importance of mindfulness and the value of anticipation in one's spiritual journey.
And have you ever pondered why the ripest, juiciest apple at the top of the tree often holds a special allure? In many religious traditions, the concept of offering the first and best produce of the harvest holds deep spiritual significance. This practice, known as offering the first fruits, is particularly prominent in the Bible, where it intertwines with themes of gratitude, devotion, and covenant. In the scriptures, the idea of first fruits emerges early on. Exodus chapter 23 verse 19 commands, "Bring the best of the first fruits of your soil to the house of the Lord your God." This wasn't merely an agricultural guideline, but a profound act of faith. It recognized God as the ultimate source of all sustenance. By offering the first fruits, individuals demonstrated their trust in God's continued provision. This concept extends into the New Testament, where it takes on a deeper, more metaphorical meaning. In 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 20, Christ is called the first fruits of those who have fallen asleep. Here, the term first fruits symbolizes a new beginning, the promise of resurrection and eternal life. It signifies Christ as the first to rise from the dead, paving the way for all believers to follow. Moreover, the offering of first fruits is frequently connected with the Jewish festival of Shavuot, also known in Christianity as Pentecost. This festival, celebrated 50 days after Passover, commemorates the giving of the Torah and the harvest season. It is a vivid demonstration of faith and reliance on divine provision, themes that echo throughout the biblical narrative. To encapsulate, the practice of offering the first fruits in the Bible is a rich tapestry of faith, gratitude, and renewal. Serves as a reminder of God's past provisions and a gesture of trust in His future blessings. Whether symbolizing the initial yield of a harvest or representing Christ as the precursor to eternal life, the concept of first fruits weaves a profound message about the priorities and commitments in a believer's life. This tradition, deeply rooted in biblical teachings, continues to resonate with themes of giving and divine anticipation, reminding us of the broader spiritual truths that govern our lives.
Have you ever wondered why harvest festivals hold such a revered spot in the tapestry of human culture? Across the globe, these celebrations not only mark the season of reaping what has been sown, but also symbolize gratitude, community, and the deep connection between humans and the earth. Take, for instance, Passover, an ancient festival that has been celebrated by the Jewish community for thousands of years. It commemorates the Israelites' liberation from Egyptian slavery, an event steeped in miracles and messages of freedom and hope. But beyond its historical and religious significance, Passover is closely tied to the barley harvest. It begins on the 15th day of Nisan in the Hebrew calendar, a time when barley, the first grain to ripen, is harvested. This festival intertwines spiritual liberation with the gratitude for the season's first fruits, reflecting on freedom, not just from physical bondage, but also the liberating bounty of the earth. Moving 50 days forward from Passover, the Feast of Weeks, or Shavuot, celebrates the wheat harvest. This festival, also rooted in Jewish tradition, marks the end of the counting of the Omer, a period of 7 weeks following Passover. Historically, this was the time when an offering of 2 loaves of bread, made from the new wheat harvest, was brought to the temple in Jerusalem. The Feast of Weeks thus becomes a bridge that connects the initial burst of freedom celebrated in Passover with the sustained nourishment provided by the wheat harvest. It's a festival that celebrates provision, promise, and the fulfillment of a cycle that feeds both body and soul. Then there's the general celebration of the wheat harvest itself, observed in various cultures around the world. This isn't tied to a specific religious event, but is universally recognized as a crucial time when communities come together to harvest the grain that will sustain them through the coming months. The wheat harvest symbolizes the peak of agrarian success and the culmination of months of farmers' hard work and dedication to their crops. In contemporary society, these festivals still resonate deeply. Passover, the Feast of Weeks, and the general wheat harvest celebration remind us of our continual dependence on the natural world and the cycles that govern it. They encourage communities to gather, reflect, and celebrate not only the physical nourishment provided by these harvests, but also the spiritual, historical, and cultural sustenance they offer. In essence, whether it's the barley at Passover, the wheat at the Feast of Weeks, or the broader celebration of the wheat harvest, these festivals are pivotal in reminding us of our roots, our history, and our interconnectedness with nature. They teach us about resilience, gratitude, and the importance of community, lessons that are as vital today as they were thousands of years ago.